How are we doing? Last time we talked about compassion, but about benevolence. Most people think compassion without wisdom is what? People forget. Compassion is wisdom. Wisdom is compassion. That is one. There's no one without the other. It's not a separate. Because people are used to that separation. Because words separated. They use different words to differentiate different things. Because it is our separation. It is our fragmentation. It is our linear thinking based on the fragmentation of thoughts to give that definition. But we forgot. Wisdom is compassion. The highest wisdom is highest compassion. There's no difference. You say compassion without wisdom. That is not a compassion. That is your emotion. That is your feeling. It's totally different. Compassion is universal. Wisdom is universal. It's cosmic. It's in that field of quantum consciousness. That infinite mind. That infinite potential. Before anything is observed into certain visible energy frequency, any visible particles. So the quantum conscious field, that infinite cosmic consciousness, connect with human beings to see that infinite compassion, to see, to connect that infinite wisdom. But in order to see that, you must start somewhere. I don't have many good advice. Because if I see this, I say there are so many methods, thousands of methods to see what is there. But I have seen, have experienced, have observed for the last 60 years. I know it's a very short time in comparison to cosmic light years. Even in these cosmic black hole, this cosmic Big Bang, this cycle, billions of years. Human beings' lives are very short. The Earth's life is very short. But we must from somewhere. So from all the evidence, all the experience, all the cases I have handled, from cancer to diabetes to many other circulatory problems, I studied physiology, circulatory physiology. That's my interest when I was in graduate school. I did a thorough research on breathing, on meditation, on the movements of the body and the movements of the mind, how that affect our circulatory physiology, how that affect our diseased state, for example, cancer, even brain issues, depression, anxiety, you name it. We have thousands of cases. But the most important I found out from all that design, all that modules I have designed for different cancer patients, different circulatory issues, from diabetes to hypertension, from stroke, to vegetarian state, how they rise up, how they transform their lives to be alive as a quality life walking on this planet. The most important, vital, is that imperative breathing. Because most people don't know how to do the breathing. I said it many times, over 70 doctors in George Washington University area. We have people from all over the places in Washington, John Hopkins, Boston. Of course, I talk about the qi at those days. I even wrote a chapter on qi. What is qi? Qi is breathing. Without breathing, there's no qi. Of course, qi has many, many faces, with many, many definitions, with many, many explanations. But the most basic is that life force of the qi, that energy frequency, that motion of the energy, the motion of breathing, that oxygenation. The oxygen we call ATP. But when ATP converted into ADP, combusted into energy, the energy transmit into your cells. Billions of cells, trillions of cells. Within the cells, you have millions of, trillions of atom space. Everything's a space. When you breathe in, you increase the space. The collapsed vessels, the collapsed blocked channels open up. Your energy rise up. Your energy frequency rise up. That's the beauty of the breathing when you do sufficient ways. When I was in the graduate school, I extensively investigated on the breathing. I found out that the people who breathe with me, who did meditation, who did breathing, their hypertension is gone. Their pulse becomes normal. The body weight becomes more accessible without, Dhamma, Tao. They when they become big, they don't even feel anything anymore. They become more sensitive. The Tai Chi, and we compared to even the badminton group. Badminton, they really work hard on badminton. But when people do the breathing, do the meditation, do the Tai Chi, do the Zen Taigong, this group totally changed. Why? It's the mind. The deeper breathing with a deeper mind, without a meditation, without a visualization, without internal opening, the rest consciously raise up the energy frequency. That changes everything. Currently, I still have quite a few cancer patients, probably about 30. In China, we have 27. Over here, we have quite a few. They work with me, from leukemia in Houston to other cancer patients. They survived. They do better. Some took a therapy, some without therapy. They all do better. Why? Because the immune system raised up. The functionality of their immune system arise. Instead of depend on others, depend on drugs, depend on other things, which are not dependable, because the internal healing is much more vital. Without the internal healing, nothing can help you. Just like our friends. Why he quit as a neurosurgeon? Because he feel that short-lived, short, temporary patch not really help a lot of people. That AI and integration with a neurosurgeon can change people's lives. For 20 years waiting, he feel it's going nowhere. It doesn't mean it doesn't go anywhere. It does mean that they think that a scam of AI is going to be conscious. Why? They downgraded the human existence. They downgraded the human mind. They downgraded the human consciousness. They downgraded human wisdom because they believe the human is a machine, biological machine. So that's why they produce another biological machine. It's totally wrong. On this, I totally agree with Donald, with Roger Penrose, and many other people who are not only see quantum physics, you have to go beyond the space-time. So let's really work on the internal instead of focus all our energy on the space-time, on the visible universe, on the visible manipulation of the particles. Let's dive deeper to another way. That inner world of exploration, inner world of investigation, inner world observation. We can start from today. Just start from the simple breathing to increase the energy flow, to increase the energy frequency, to increase the space within. That's from the simple inner and outer space. To connect to the quantum of consciousness, the infinite space of the quantum consciousness, the infinite field. Breathing, we have done over 108 different combinations, different modules. I push out, kind of reviewed to the general population, and 27 of them. But right now I teach mostly is the 9 modules. Share with anybody. This is not what I created. It exists in the universe, in the sea, in the land, in the cosmic quantum field. What I did is download it. That's all it is. I'm doing it just exactly like Nikola Tesla. There's no difference. What he sees is mechanical. What he sees is material. What he sees also is energy. What I do is see from the energy point of view, from the different manifestation of the energy as a life of human life, how that human life can be increased in quality, in vitality, in consciousness, in the connection with the cosmic consciousness, the wisdom of the origin within. It can use any expression, God, cosmic light, or use Fuguang, the light of Buddha, whatever, or Tao, whatever you want to express, give definition. I'm not against, I'm not for. Over here, what I see, we are connected as a human being. We have energy. That life is constant. The life is continual. The life is infinite. Yes, we are in this shell. Yes, we are in this body. Yes, we are in this space-time. Yes, we are in this visible and this feeling, these senses, 5 senses, 6 senses, with its organs, with its smell, feel. In this conscious transmission, energy integration. But we can go beyond that, into deeper meditation, beyond that sensories. But let's start from the very basic sensories, and then later on, as we go, get deeper and deeper, we can content more. Just like Richard Feynman, he said, he always say, he got really, really difficult things, really difficult formula. He said, it shouldn't be that difficult. He released that attention. Something coming up. That what I call 灵感, cosmic consciousness, intuition. It's not just normal intuition, but a cosmic intuition. And then problem immediately solved. Just like one of my friends, Joshua. And he's one of the most probably sought after researcher on the internet. So he can investigate, can open up anybody's computer, anybody's internet, anybody's network. But in the United States, he's a black hacker, but he's doing counter hacker. He used to buy many, many companies. But one time I remember, 2018, I had a global Zen consciousness conference. I had taught that breathing technique. And within the conference, with the different talks, with different interactions, with a different conscious interaction and breathing and deeper meditation, in that meditative state of the mind, he left the room. He went to his hotel room. We came back, he told me, in a few minutes he solved problems he could not solve in 6 to 8 months. That's downloading. So break down, break out of the old thinking, break out of that old mind, break out of that old, break through old framework, old stubbornness, old rabbit hole. That tunnel you are cannot get, not getting out. So that's what he did. Many scientists have connected to me, and they have the same feel. Meditation, the deeper meditation, really changed the mind, totally changed the way of see, perceive, conceive, and resolve. So the most basic is what? Any methods of meditation, you cannot leave breathing. So I have different combinations right now. I have this very basic 3, 6. 3 times, sort of like 3 seconds. Let's start with less than 3 seconds. 1, 2, 3. Let's breathe in. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Breathe out. So that's what I call 6-3. We start with the 9. Repeat 9 times. And then we take a pause. Sort of like hold it, but without the hold it with relaxation. Hold it with the opening. Hold it with the space. Look at the space. The increase of the space. Opening of the space. That's the best time to quiet down, to be silent, to be still, to open space. Let's start very basic. 3-6. We do short, and then we do a little bit longer. Okay, let's start. It's simple. With the mind relaxation, with the scalp relaxation, with the shoulder relaxation, with the hips relaxation, with the spinal cord relaxation. Just kind of opening. Observe without getting into any analysis, thoughts, good or bad, expectation, none. Just breathe. You can count the numbers. When you breathe with me, you don't have to count numbers, but when you breathe yourself, you count the numbers. Silently count numbers. You can sometimes, well, you lost it. It's okay. Repeat again. Sometimes you can count numbers. 1, 2, 3. You can do that. Or you can have a beat. Either way. You count numbers, just silently breathe. Breathe out is longer. Why? Because you quiet your mind. You open the space, let the carbon dioxide out slowly. But let energy penetrate into your cells. When you breathe in, you feel that oxygen through your nose penetrate into your organs, into your esophagus, and then into your lungs, and open up the sacs of your lungs, and then penetrate into your deep diaphragm, all the way down. And then let the energy begin to expand, radiate. Okay, let's start. Tongue, stick to the up, hard palate. Thumb, touch each other. Put it on your lap. We quietly let's start our most basic breathing. That's 3 seconds or less. Breathe in. 6 seconds. Breathe out. Start from the most basic. Then we begin to increase a little bit the rate of your breath longer into different modules. Let's start. Stick tongue to the up hard palate. Deeply inhale. Out. Exhale. In. X. In. Out. In. Out. In. Out. In. Out. in, out, in, out, in, out. Hold it. In, out, in, out, in, out. Okay, this time we're going to do a little bit deeper and still do 9 times. Okay, stick tongue to the up, hard palate. Deeply breathe in. Out. 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 Hold it. In, out, in, out. In, out, in, out. Just sit for 1 minute, silently breathe in and out. Okay, I want to see if you can write a comment, see what you see, what you feel, and this is the first stage on your basic breathing. And also put a comment over there, what do you see, what do you feel. And we have done about 3-4 podcasts. And this is the first time we get into action. I want to see if you can follow, or you cannot follow, or you see it's short and long, and what do you feel? What do you see? What do you observe? Or what do you get into? And what is your proposition? And what is your thing that you want to resolve in your life? And then what is your mental and physical conditions? Thoughts. Can you get into the calmness? Can you get into the deep meditation? Can you get into the self-empowered energy? Can you release the tension? Can you release the past? Can you let it go of the past? Can you release yourself into the emptiness instead of stuck without a blockage, without a chaotic frequency, with a past conformity, the past brainwash, or past conditioned mind, conformed mind? Let me know, and then we discuss together. Thank you. When you count numbers, it's very important, because I call 9999 breath. 999 is a 39, that's 27. When you do longer, it's a 27 repeats. But right now we do 9. 9, see, you have double 9. You breathe 3, breathe out 6, that's 9. It's called 9 circle. And then you have 9 repeat, that's another 9. And you hold for 9 seconds. That's also 999. But when you do that, you quietly count numbers. That's also give you something to contact with your breath, to mingle your numbers, your silent numbers, connect with your breath externally. And then with the movements of the body and movements of the mind, that's energy frequency, energy flow, and the oxygen penetration, the movements of the breath, the movements of the oxygenation, oxygen transportation, all that mingle together. And in the rhythm of the 9. 9 is very important to Nikola Tesla, and very important to me, and very important to Tao, to the Chinese medicine. We call the Emperor's Canon. So for centuries, people see that a cosmic code connect with a cosmic number. That's the 9. It happens to be my birthday, 3/9. So it is very life of mine. And then I hope eventually we'll explain more on 9. And you will find the code of 369. Thank you. So people ask, you ask about stop the thoughts. But when we are in the meditative state of the mind, when we're into the deep breathing, even the shortest, the most basic breathing, we not stop any thoughts. No, we don't. We let it go. Because we are so into the breathing, we are so dived into that breathing. Anything else is secondary. Just like when you breathe, when you swim in the deep sea, you really explore. You observe. Over here, you observed from the physical beyond. At the beginning, we are not going to talk about beyond that feeling. We talk about the very basic, that feel when the oxygen comes in, that feel when the oxygen comes into the nose, into your lungs, filled up and penetrated into your diaphragm. And when you breathe out, the energy begins to radiate and penetrate, proliferate into the body. Feel the energy frequency, feel the energy penetration, feel the opening, feel the energy, that aha moment. Just feel. So when you have that feeling, when you're into that realm of that energy, of that oxygenation, of that deep breathing, anything else is secondary. Yes, occasionally you probably have some people not really got into it. They have thoughts coming and out. Don't worry. You're not going to control. I don't advise to do any control. No control, no manipulation, no analysis, no wrong or right. Just observe. Pure observation, inner observation. Pure breathing. Pure feeling, that energy. That's all. And then silence creep in. Thoughts will be less. Thank you. So all this breathing is totally connected with my upcoming Genesis, Kung Fu Renaissance. Breathing is Kung Fu. Kung Fu Renaissance is the very basic Kung Fu, is the breathing. So we will have Friday breathing, we have Saturday breathing, We have a Sunday breathing, and we have Monday breathing. And then we then take on a little bit Tai Chi and some integrated Kung Fu training. So come to visit the website and to give us some comment on DeRuAcademy.com or the Global Conference website or Shaolin Institute. You can see all that information, especially on DeRu Academy website. So come to join us, and you're going to have a great time. Of course, Saturday we have most of the Saturday we're going to do, besides breathing, we do most for the event, which is the Kung Fu performance, Tai Chi performance, breathing performance, and different modules of performance. And then you have, which is Sanda, the combat performance. But all that, definitely, you will see the vitality of the breathing. Hope to see you October the 10th, 11th, 12th, 13th. Of course, this is offline in Atlanta. Most of the breathing, most of the teaching, sharing is going to be at the DeRu Academy and the Shaolin Institute. 3040 Business Park Drive, you will see on the website, and Norcross. But you can also observe, listen, follow, and worldwide, anywhere, England, Deutsch, France, or Ukraine, anywhere, or South America, doesn't matter, or Japan, China, whatever you are, you can join in online through Zoom, through Tencent. We broadcast worldwide. You can be part of it. Thank you.